Before dragons came, we held great power across these lands, stretching from the maesters of Old Town to the pines of Bear Island. The Black Line had it all. I may be a salt in name, but Hoare blood flows through my veins, and with the fall of dragons, it is time for the black blood to rise once more and take back what was burned from its grasp. Hello and welcome to Crusader Kings 3, a Game of Thrones. In this series, we will be reviving House Hoare and not just taking back Harrenhal, but attempting to form a kingdom that spans from the south in Old Town all the way to the north of Bear Island. But before we do that, we're going to have to set up the game rules. If you want to skip this, I will leave a timestamp in the description. So let's start by sticking everything on default. Iron Man will be disabled because we're running quite a few mods and I don't want anything to end the save. We will play as if Iron Man is on though. As for a Game of Thrones settings, let's do historical events with random outcomes. I will turn on canon children this time because I haven't done that before. And I think some familiarity would be good. All the other Game of Thrones settings, I'm going to keep on default. I'll try and scroll a bit slower there. We do have Crowns of Westeros, so we're going to have those dynamic crowns turned on. Everything else, we'll keep it on the default, except for plague frequency. Let's turn those down to extremely rare, because they spawn too often. And the legend cost, I'm also going to put to very low, because legends are very expensive to upkeep. Everything else, including realm stability, that'll be on default because we have another setting for that. Oh, random harm events. Yeah, let's put those on safe as well. I hate the random harm events. But everything else is going to be the default that the Game of Thrones devs pick. Now, if we scroll all the way down, though, we do have a couple of mods at the bottom. So search and trade artifact, we're going to keep that on the default. But this is the big mod I have not tried before, which I think will be perfect for a Game of Thrones. More interactive vassals. So, civil wars are on. Vassal alliances are going to be enabled. Loyalist faction is going to be enabled, which will be incredible if we can get one of those. External wars, we'll keep that. Vassal claims, we'll keep that on. The big one, more aggressive AI as well. The big one that I really want is stability. Although, yeah, Great Wars are disabled because the Game of Thrones has its own thing there. I thought there was some kind of stability option. But it seems like it's not here. Anyway, we're going to keep all of that the same. So, let's go ahead and apply those game settings. And without further ado, let us start this new series. And here we are once again in the world that is a Game of Thrones. So before we jump in, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting character. We are playing as Lord Stefarian of Black Blood of House Salt. He is a thrifty clerk, so he's got a little bit of stewardship. He is calm. Stefarian takes things in stride, leading a slow-paced life. He is impatient. Stefarian thinks that most things should happen fast. Ideally, they should happen now. And he is vengeful. Stefarian is slow to forget a slight or someone who does him wrong. We do not forget what the dragons and Targaryens did to the beautiful Harrenhal. Which we will try to rebuild at one point. As for our stats, we're okay at diplomacy, and we're pretty good at stewardship as well. And we got a little bit of prowess. That's not too much in a Game of Thrones terms. Well, as for our lifestyle, we are running a new mod which adds a prowess tree and a leadership tree. In fact, we already have some perks in those. So as for leadership, we got leading by example, court grandeur bonus plus 15. We also have regal prosperity, monthly prestige plus 10%. And development growth in realm capital plus 0.2 per month, which is very nice. And we have Serenity's Embrace. We have minus 10% stress gain and also plus 10% stress loss. We have pluralistic unity, opinion of different cultures plus 40, and different culture opinion plus 15. And covenant of faith, same faith opinion plus 5, and realm priest opinion plus 10. We also have a orderly maneuvers in the prowess tree. So friendly fatal casualties minus 10%. And then we have a few steward perks already, which we're going into architect. I like that because we're going to need to build up and get some initial gold. So we got collect tax effectiveness plus 25%. Cutting cornerstones, so buildings are 5% cheaper. And professional workforce 30% building reduction time. Get your words out, lad. So I think to begin with, we're going to go for a wealth focus. And I'm going to continue my way down to architect, because we will want to build up Hoare Castle. But those new lifestyle trees we definitely will make use of. Speaking of Hoare Castle, we do have a unique building here, Harren's Cell. So it gives us +2 fort level and prisoner opinion -10. When Harren Hoare forsook the drowned god, the Shrike rose the Ironborn in rebellion and exacted a terrible toll on the once king, cutting out his tongue, nose, and eyes. That sounds gruesome. It gives us a little bit of fort level, but no gold or anything. I don't think we have anything here. Black Blood also has simple earthworks. So we're not earning much gold now. I could also claim Demon's Bump for myself, which I might do actually. So first things first, I'm actually going... I can't revoke this because I don't have limited crown authority. Can I get limited crown authority? I can for 114 prestige. Let us do that. Because I would very much like to have as many castles as possible at the beginning. They're not going to like me for it. But we need to build up. And we need to take back Harrenhal. It's going to be a long, long process. I do have a wife. She's 37. She's robust as well. And I have 6 children to start things off. Okay. So I have a daughter who's already 20. She's married off to House Humble. I have a son, my player Aaron's son, and he's my admiral. He doesn't yet have a wife, so we'll deal with that. Let's do that now. I'm thinking. Now, of course, the first episode is going to take a little bit longer as I look through all of this, guys. But if we open our dynasty tree and we go all the way back to Harren the Black, it's going to take me a while. Let's get up here. I think it's one more click and then we get here. No, we're going further. Where did I? There we go. Okay, so we've got King Harold II, and I think Harren the Black is somewhere over here. Or have I gone too far? I might have gone too far. There's Harren the Black, right. Is that Harren the Black? I don't know, guys. I'm getting confused. Anyway, what I wanted to do here is that we do have another house. No, there's Harren the Black. Okay, yeah, I was too far. I thought so. This house here, the Volmark dynasty, does loosely have ties to House Hoare. And there are 5 living members. And as you could see on my son's proposals there, we do actually have some Volmarks that we can marry him off to. Elanus is a similar age. They're both 20. And allies are a lot better with the mods that we are running. So I'm thinking, let's see, what don't you like? You don't like gluttonous, deceitful, sadistic, or ruthless. She's none of those. You don't like greedy, wrathful, or gluttonous. And he is none of those. They would actually be a very good match. Unfortunately, there's no traits there. But having an alliance with Volmark, maybe they can be the leaders of our loyalist faction in the future. I think I like that a lot. So let's go ahead and send off the proposal. Who else do I have here? So I have another daughter. She's already married off to House Harlow. What, do we start with that alliance? We do. Oh, that's nice. I have a second son called Sigmund. He also needs to be married off. So what I could do here, we could go for an alliance. I mean, the Good Brothers would be a very nice alliance. That is my liege, in fact. That might make it a little bit harder to go to war, though. I mean, I actually need this. We'll look at the decision in a moment. Don't worry, guys. So I'm thinking maybe we don't go for the Good Brothers, because if I want to take this over... it would be nice to have them on our side, though, wouldn't it? But maybe being allies with my liege is not the best idea. I'll tell you what. What about these guys in the north? That's also House Good Brother. What house are you? House Stonehouse? Over in the Drum Island there? We could do that. What I could also do, let's see if we can get some inheritable traits here. I think they're going to be all lowborns. Okay, we're going to need the alliance. What's the strongest alliance we can get? It will be these guys. How old are you? You're 16. I mean, what about House Sunderly? Over here next to Saltcliffe in Bloatstone. I think they could be a good ally. Yes. Okay, I'm going to marry my son to her. There's only a 4-year age gap, so that's not the biggest thing in the world. Let's go back to my character. So we also have another son, Sargon Salt here. Let's go ahead and pin him. He's not of age yet, so we don't have to marry him off. And then I have another son, CK3 Salt, as well. Let's just check your education. You're going for stewardship. Let me... Do you know what? I might educate you myself. Yeah, let's do that. And then CK3, you're going for diplomacy. I'm actually going to change you to stewardship as well. And then I'm also going to educate you there, lad. Of course, guys, I'm going to go back to the old naming suggestions. So feel free to leave a name suggestion for a son and a daughter. And give me an education focus. And I'll add it to the list of name suggestions. Once it has been used, then you are free to suggest another. But only after that point. Right. I think we're organized. I'm doing things in a weird order. It's been so long since I played a Game of Thrones. So, this is the big decision that we're going to be aiming for. We want to revive House Hoare, first things first. For thousands of years, my family ruled the Iron Islands, reaping iron and fear all over the shores of Westeros. It was only through dragonfire that we were humbled, but still we endure. I have retaken Orkmont, our ancestral home. Perhaps it is time to refound the dynasty of the Cruel, with myself at its head. So to do this, we need to take Orkmont, which is over here. And then we also need to take Nettlemont, which is under Orkmont. So basically our first wars is going to be on this island. And it shouldn't take us too long to revive House Hoare at all. Do we have any other unique decisions here? I can send for a maester. Do I not have one? Wait, court positions. I don't see maester listed here. But, of course, we will need one. Oh, it's down here. Yeah, we don't currently have one. So, let us actually send for a maester from the Citadel. Renowned throughout the world, the known world as the center of Westerosi learning, the Citadel of Old Town provides every keep in Westeros with a trained man of learning. Perhaps I should send for one. Let us send a raven at once. We definitely need one of those in case something happens to us. So, we can commission an artifact, commission legend artifact. Train for a tournament. Let's put that on notify because I would love to do that. Fund an expedition to Old Valyria. Voyages into Old Valyria are extremely dangerous. Most that venture into the smoking sea do not return, and those that do tell stories of horrible monsters and deadly diseases. Old Valyria is also the only place to recover long-lost Valyrian artifacts. So this costs us 500 gold, but it is quite dangerous to do as well. We'll keep that in the back of the mind. 500 gold could be used elsewhere at the moment, but that's something for the future. Maybe we can find some Valyrian steel and whatnot. Caravan Master, Wet Nurse, peruse Artifact Market. That's just for buying and selling, I think. I can buy a knighthood, which is interesting. Adopt a set of personal arms. We'll keep our current ones. Everything else. I can meditate, which is nice. I can meditate to reduce stress. And all this other stuff is fairly normal looking. Right. Let's see how the council is looking. The wife, not so good at stewardship, but I will put her on managed domain because her help will be better than no help. Do I have a brother? I do. Erzan Salt here. He's not the best though. But he is already my castellan. I'll tell you what. I'll keep you on intrigue. I think it'll be good to keep my brother close. It might not be the most optimal, but you guys know that I like to play for the story. Hostile scheme resistance and max hostile schemes. Yeah, I'm going to put you on organizing schemes. Do I have a good steward? That's going to be very important for rebuilding. I do not. Okay. In that case, I think only men. Let's see. Let's quickly check the faith. Where is this? It's male dominated. So only men and vassals can be appointed as chancellors, stewards, and marshals. That's what I wanted to know. So let's find the single ladies in our court. First of all, my sister is single. I'm going to try and find someone with good stewardship. Ulf here? I mean, he's a bit of a sinner, but he's got 18 stewardship. I'm going to bring him in to my council. He's going to join my council as a steward. All of these others, we'll check in a moment. I do have a good chancellor, which is very nice. He's got 17. Do I need the prestige? I think I do. I'm going to keep him on foreign affairs for now. A good spy master would also be nice. My daughter is currently my spy master. Let's see. Daughter. Do you have other stats which are useful? You could be my castellan. Can woman serve as a castellan? No. Okay. So I'm actually going to keep her as my spy master, and we're going to keep her on disrupt scheme for now. my Master at Arms is not the best. So let's try and find a new one of those. We've only got courtiers now, so you're a little bit scaly. Let's try and find a good martial character for you. He's club-footed. And he's a dwarf. Which leaves O'Donnell. He's wrathful, trusting, and brave. Donnell, you are going to become my new Master at Arms. Let us send a proposal. And then, so that's going to be fixed. I also need a new Admiral. I'm actually going to... Let's see. This gives supply duration and fleet movement speed. I think I actually want this one. Protecting the trade. Gives us more domain taxes and supply capacity. So you have 9 stewardship. I could try and get myself another steward. So Inga's been married off. Ingrid, you're going to be married off for another steward character. Dale is deceitful, so I don't think I trust him. Let's go for Hilmar. He's compassionate, trusting, and humble. He sounds like a good lad. And of course, getting more of these guys in my court will give us more champions and whatnot as well. My mother can marry. Well, I don't want to disrespect my father, so we're going to let my mother stay single for now. So that's the council should be organized. Should be. So we'll have to unpause for that. I can request a loan from the Iron Bank. I won't do that. We're going to earn our way. Grand Tournament. I don't want to host one of those. And this will be dealt with soon. I can make Rena Salt into an axe wife. My daughter wants to be an axe wife. She gains martial prowess and opinion of axe wife characters +10. This character has taken an axe as a lover, fighting on the battlefield as any other warrior. Oh, let's send a proposal. That's amazing. Also, we can create an accolade. We can create 2, in fact. Let's wait for the new men to join our court before we do this, though. And family members can get married. We already sent some of those. Right. I think we are good. We start with no men-at-arms. Our champions are quite good, though. We got prowess in the 20s. Let us unpause. The episode is finally beginning. And our first alliance has been secured. To the impressive Stefarian, I gladly accept your betrothal proposition. Your son, Sigmund, will be betrothed to my daughter, Janella. This is excellent news. Sigmund, I'm going to unpin you now because we have organized this. We have now organized a marriage between my sister and Ulf as well. We're going to get a lot of these popping up. There's all my courtiers coming in. And we have the big one. The alliance with the lordship or the dynasty of Volmark. It is Volmark, right? Yeah, Volmark. Right, that's the Maester. Let's wait for this. To the impressive Stefarian, I gladly accept your marriage proposal. Your son and heir, Sawain, and my sister, Elenus, will be joined in holy matrimony. May the drowned god bless their union. This is excellent news. Together, let us reform the great empire of House Hoare. The maester I sent for from the Citadel has arrived in Black Blood, a stone Dornish by the name of Ockley. Let us hope he will be loyal and wise. How much gold is it? Oh, he hates me. Why do you hate me? Because I'm zealous. No, you're zealous. Ah, okay. Forgiving versus vengeful. Vengeful is a thing, and drowned god is hostile. Our maester absolutely hates us. 20 gold. It's not too expensive, at least. This marriage has gone through. So can I hire you? I can. Right. This gives us... No, that gives the Maester prestige. We just get plague resistance. This gives us lifestyle experience. And this gives us piety. Let's stick him on advanced research. I'm not a fan that he doesn't like me so much. So I'm going to have to try and sway him. Let's get him on our side first. And now that all the marriages have gone through, let's reorganize the council. So Hilmar... my brother-in-law. He is a bit cynical. I think... Ulf, my brother-in-law, you're going to be steward. My master at arms, Donald, that's your position. He's not going to like me for that. The guy just fired. And then as for my new admiral, Ulf. No, not Ulf. Hilmar, you're going to become the new admiral. And everything else, I think is somewhat okay to begin with. And I'm going to keep my brother here. Just because I like that for the roleplay. We do have a little bit spare prestige. Do I have anyone else to marry off? Sieglind, I guess I could marry her off. let's see, for a high prowess character, Romy here has 26 prowess. So let's get him into the court as well. And then we can look at start setting up our stuff. Of course, at the beginning of these playthroughs, I always do play a little bit slower. So as such, the first episode will be 1 hour as we get everything set up. Maybe there'll be some war in part 1 as well, because we only have to go here. Right. Actually, we need men-at-arms, though. Oh, it might take a little bit to build up. I've never started without men-at-arms before. That's interesting. Also, last time I did a test run, I don't think I started with 6 kits. So I guess we traded it off. Right, accolades. Romy, what can you be? A contender and a huntsman. I want someone. Oh, okay, that's nice. That's nice. So what do we want to buff? Lancer increases heavy cavalry, damage, and toughness. I don't think we have heavy cavalry. What am I looking at here? Create men-at-arms. We have wave breakers. They are a light cavalry. I'm going to stick to the flavored ones. So like Reavers, Harbingers, the Kraken Guard, maybe Ironwood Spears, but probably Kraken Guard because it sounds a bit more north. These are the men-at-arms we're going to stick to. So it doesn't make sense to have him, does it? Or have this one, sorry. But let's see. He also buffs skirmishers, pikemen. He actually is an outrider, which buffs light cavalry. And he buffs heavy infantry. Okay, what's my favorite looking? Reavers sound very cool. They are a heavy infantry. The Scourge of the Westerosi coastline. These fearsome heavy infantry represent a serious threat to more lightly armored footmen. We have our light cavalry here. We can't read the flavor text because it's kind of off the screen. We also have the Kraken Guard. They're a little bit cheaper. I think we're going to go for Reavers first. They counter skirmishers and spearmen, which I think are quite common. What we could also do, if I zoom out a bit, is see kind of what men-at-arms these guys have. You don't have any. Neither do you. You have Reavers as allies, and you guys have nothing. Right. I'm going to go for Reavers then. Plus, it just sounds cool. We're going to need heavy infantry. So, Romy, you're going to be a Vanguard, which gives me heavy infantry damage plus 60% and a heavy infantry toughness plus 30%. Knight army modifiers. Does he have to be commanding? I don't think so. Max size of heavy infantry regiments plus 6 and heavy infantry maintenance minus 20%. That's at the maximum level. So let's pull him on Vanguard and then you. So let's see. Huntsmaster. Don't think we want this. Contender, maybe monthly prestige per captain plus 2%. Could be nice. An idealist. We get some vassal opinion. Or you could be a thug. I mean, this changes that. I'm going to go for a contender. Let's select this. And by the way, guys, feel free to leave name suggestions for these accolades. I will rename them once I've read your suggestions. So I won't name them right now. Let's go ahead and create this. That's 100 prestige. Do I have a successor? Lady Erica. I can force... Are you an axe wife then? No. Wait, that's my wife. I will force her to be the successor for the Stag of Black Blood. We're going to rename that though. We need to read through our cultures and religion after we've done the accolades. I'll remember to do that. Right, let's get the second one. So Bennick, my captain, he can be valiant. Army damage could be good. But maybe there's something better. Maybe I want something that buffs... Let's see. Do we have skirmishers? No, we have spearmen. Oh, but we also have bowmen as well. We do have bowmen as well. So let's try and find something that will buff one of these. Erzan, my brother. Yeah, he doesn't have anything there. Let's see. Sawain, my son and my heir. Disciplinarian. Yeah, I don't really want that. What about Meldrick, my courtier? He doesn't have anything. I really like these to buff my men-at-arms. You don't have anything that buffs those. Let's see. Donal. Okay, he's got some extra stuff. Tactician and Valiant. If we don't have anyone that buffs this stuff, we might just go for Valiant. Elenus? Yeah, you don't have anything. Plus, I don't want to put anyone with super low prowess in here. What about Ingrid? Yeah, she doesn't. I wish the UI was a little bit better for this. It takes a while. Roll him off. Okay, guys, I think I'm just going to settle. Wait, Bennick, you were Valiant, weren't you? Yes. I'm going to create this accolade, and you're going to be in charge. Do I have a successor? I do. Donal is going to serve as the successor for this. Right, now this is set up. Let's go ahead and check out our culture, because I think it's our culture that allows us to have axe-wives and stuff. So, we are bellicose, so that's gonna give us more prowess. Men-at-arms are cheaper. We have warriors by merit. Most restrictions on who can be a captain are lifted for characters with 12 or more prowess. Ah, so maybe that's why we can have women as our champions, and I like that. We are ironborn, of course, culture. Our women are just as strong as the men. Captains gain aspiring and blade master more often, and we gain prowess and accolade glory gain. Eye for an eye, vengeful is more common. Rivalries are more common, and hostile scheme success chance versus rivals is up. We have seafarers, so trade ports give us control and other bonuses. Embark is cheaper, and seas are safer. We have Salt and Rock. Children are more likely to be rowdy. We gain gold from battles. 1 gold per 100 fatal casualties. Ooh, very nice. Rulers may raid overseas regardless of government. So, but of course, we can't raid unless Westeros is a war, because it's friendly territory, right? We can recruit all of these special units as well, which we've already seen. Anything else there? Loot capacity is up, and embark is cheaper again. And then we have performative honor, which means characters of this culture may become axe-wives if their faith's gender doctrines are biased against them. And then they can serve. This looks very nice as well. Number of captains +1 and accolade glory gain plus 10%. If we do look at our faith, of course, we follow the drowned god. So we have communal identity. Conversion speed is faster. Unrelenting faith. So members of the clergy can serve as commanders or captains, which is very nice. And everyone gets more prowess as well. Warmonger. So we want to be going to war. Pursuit of power. We have Conquest Casus Belli against neighboring rulers. Oh, that's nice. Although our neighbors are kind of not who we want to be fighting. Oh, dear. And Sultancy. Executions and piety instead of costing piety. Oh, I like that. And then all of our sins and virtues, of course, we're male-dominated. But we can have axe-wives. What's the crimes? We can have concubines. Divorce is always allowed. There's nothing criminal here. There's nothing criminal. Okay. That's very, very freeing. And we do have most of our holy sites. Where are the ones that we don't control? So we got one down in the Arbor. We got one on... I forget what these are called. These islands here. And then... Oh, we got one up in Bear Island, which actually aligns with our goals very nicely. Okay. I think that's enough yapping. And it's time we got focused. Hoare Castle. What do I want to build here first? Can I build apiaries? I could build a trade port. Trade port might be a good idea. There's hill farms here as well. I think we should get trade ports going. That's 120 gold for each one that we want. Let's unpause as well whilst we look at this. Yeah, we don't have apiaries and stuff. That's fine. Same with you. Oh, we have apiaries here. So actually, I'm going to say for the apiaries in the Lordship of Blackblood. Later on, we could also build another castle as well. And that means we get 4 castles here. Where is this little... Where is... Oh, it's over on this island. Okay. So we could build 4 castles and we're going to be getting gold. Also, let's go to 4 times speed. Because we do need stuff to somewhat happen. Now, I could start fabricating. But I think it's better to have the gold first. I mean, we do have allies. So we could go for an early fabrication. I think there's no need to rush though. These guys are already raiding. Oh, it's because the Iron Throne is already at war. So they're currently running the rebellion. So if I wanted to, I could go raiding. It might be risky, but I'm going to try it. We do have a Reaver as well. So we can go in fast, raid, get out, and hope that we don't get caught. Okay, let's try it. Today, Hagon had a fiery sermon for all of the children of the court. They were apparently spellbound as he zealously read from the old way. My son CK3 seemed to take it to heart, perhaps a little too much. He has been hounding the servants for hours since, pointing out how they can be better followers of the drowned god. My son has become zealous. That's another thing we're going to have to do as well, is spread the drowned god, maybe later even hybridize faith, but that's not something we're going to focus on now because there's so much more to do. Right, going to the Westerlands probably scares me. And, oh, I just remembered as well, all of these guys are neutral. So it's entirely possible that they could be raising their armies against us. Oh, they're not neutral, they're fighting. The Westerlands are not. 3,000, 5,000. We need to see, these guys are a little bit weaker here, but it's inland. What about on the northern coast? Yeah, they're very strong, which is what worries me. I don't think there's going to be easy raid targets at all. I mean, these guys here, the Fishers, only have 1,600, but they have armored footmen, which I do not. I don't think we can raid other Ironborn either. Everyone's literally raised up. If we could raid other Ironborn, let's see. These guys only have 600. They have 100 Reavers, though. Maybe that's where we go. Maybe it's not possible to raid. Oh, I would love to get some raiding info. Right, the Lannisters are not going to be possible. If I could get, like, up to here. There's no rivers going up here. Like, this could be a good spot to raid. There's a little bit of gold up here. I'm going to head over here. And then we'll see what happens. Maybe there will be an opportunity for us. So can I get up here without taking attrition? I'm going to take 25 casualties. That's not the worst thing. Also, I need to get to this view. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so Stars ban is definitely what I want to evade. I got these two hiding in the pantry. A very irate cook shouted at me, dragging my sons Sargon and Helia in tow. They stole a whole keg of meat, and Sargon just sat there as Helia drank herself into near oblivion, he says angrily. It seems as if my ward protected his partner in crime, keeping a lookout, while abstaining from any drink himself. You guys know I like to let my children develop naturally. So he has become temperate. We are raiding this. And we are going to be done in one day. We have secured 4 gold. No. I didn't want to do that. I need to zoom out. Because what I've done there is messed up the map. There you go. And then I want to look this way. Right, these guys only have 400. So I can probably go ahead and raid this as well. There's 12 gold here, 16 gold here. We will take a few more casualties from attrition. But it's going to be worth it. Another 16 gold there. This is next to a river, though. Maybe we can follow this river now. And there will be gold to be had. Oh, we took a prisoner from House Clare. We took 2 prisoners. 20 gold. Okay, let's ransom them off. We're definitely doing the Ironborn way here. These guys have 800 soldiers. And they have absolutely no men-at-arms. Also, I missed this raid. We can get that on the way back. Right, let's take this. 22 gold here. Another 25 casualties, but it's fine. They accepted the ransom. Let's ransom you as well. This is so different to any other Game of Thrones start I've ever started. Of course, we haven't played in the Iron Islands yet, actually. I mean, we started in the Riverlands and went there, but we never started there. Prisoners can be ran 50 gold. House Wayne is hating us right now. We're going to ransom the others off as well. Wait, so you control this? Okay, this is only 3 gold. I might take my win here. Let's raid this for 21 gold, and then we're going to go back, because this is a nice chunk of gold. And you guys know it can be quite hard to get gold in the beginning of this mod. So this is very valuable. We already have 150 gold, actually. So, my mother has recovered from being ill. Increased military presence. We get control growth in the Lordship of Blackblood, which is actually where we wanted to build our apiaries, I believe. So let's start the construction of those. It's going to take us 21 months. Then let's go back to the raid. There we go. Very nice. Okay. We're gonna embark. We took even more prisoners. 25 gold. Thank you very much. We're going to take back this 73 gold. And I would say that's been a very successful raid there. Of course, everyone in the Riverlands is going to hate us now. But we don't care. Let us return to Hoare Castle. We need these riches to rebuild our great empire. 73 gold and prestige. Very nice. I might disband them for now. And then let's see. Demon's Bump. No apiaries here. So how much was an apiaries? Sorry, how much was a trade port? 120 gold. Let's get one of those built in Hoare Castle, because that will start giving us development as well. And once we built a trade port in Demon's Bump, then I'm going to start looking at possibly getting some men-at-arms, preparing for the war with Orkmont. Adrak, an itinerant bard popular with the common folk, has been arrived at my court. A local landowner encouraged him to seek me out so that he might perform for myself and my household. Prior to the performance, he came to me to ask what sort of music would be most pleasing to my ears. So these lose me stress, but not because of my traits. I think sing of the valor of House Hoare. We get well-known dynasty, which is going to increase our piety and prestige, which is very nice. And we gain general opinion plus 10. Aren't both of these the same? It costs us 10 gold, though. Maybe I don't want to spend the gold. Do you know what? Take your music elsewhere. I might consider raiding. Oh, we're raiding? I'm being raided? Wait, Iron Islanders are raiding each other? Wait, so maybe I can? Let's raise the raiders again. Because if I can raid my neighbors, 1100. They don't have any men-at-arms. Do I want to raid the people right next to me, though? That could start a dangerous feud. I would much rather... Wait, let's see. If I zoom out here, I can see properly. I would much rather raid these guys. 900. And they don't have any men-at-arms in Awkward. 26 gold for the taking there as well. I think I'm going to try and take that. No, we can't raid them. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I think it's because we're allies. Right, let's ransom you. And we'll see if we can find some more weak targets. Wait, is the war already over? The rebellion is over? Oh, okay. Right, so our raiding time has come to an end. Who has this now? Estamont has inherited the Stormlands. Wait, so is House Baratheon gone? Let's take a look. Our first... Oh, I don't even know how to spell it. Is it Baratheon or Baratheon? Wait, do you know the best way to check this is check his kill list. House Baratheon. They have no living members. Wait. He killed Eddard Stark? Wait, he killed Catelyn as well? Benjen Stark was killed? Renly has been killed? Malister has been killed? Rickard was killed? Wait, so what about the Starks? The Starks have one living member, and that's Lyanna. Lyanna Stark is become Lord Paramount of the Winterfell. Oh, that's insane already. Okay. I wasn't expecting that to be over so fast. Right, we may as well disband our raiders then. Let's take them back to Hoare Castle. There's no more raiding to be had right now, and instead we're gonna have to look at towards war. My daughter-in-law Elanis has given birth to a daughter. Right, we don't have any name suggestions yet because it's the first episode. You are frail. I'm going to give you a good Ironborn name, Asher. Ooh, I like that a lot. And Asher, I'm going to pin you, and then we'll choose your education focus when the time comes. Right, the raiders have returned home. Let's disband them. We're gonna wait for our income to bump up a little bit. Once the apiaries and stuff are built, Valley's going to help a ton. Arrange betrothal between my niece and your castellan. House Shepherd to the west of us. I mean, my focus is here. So maybe having allies here is not too bad. I'll tell you what. I will accept that. I will accept that. I can designate a guardian for my grandson. You are focused on learning. I'm actually going to change you over. Let's change you over to diplomacy. And then we'll try and find a good guardian for you as well. 17. He's a bit of a drunkard. It's fine. It's fine. And now I can declare wars. So now I have the neighboring Casus Belli. I wonder whether these guys count as a neighbor or not. They do not. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Okay. Ah, damn it. Is it because there's a... No, there's no Duke over here. So if I really want to do... I could declare war on Pebbleton. I think that's called there. Yeah, Pebbleton. They have 1100. They do have allies, though. I mean, I have allies. I think mine are stronger. Let us wait. How much do Reavers cost? 75 gold. I've changed my plan. I'm not going to get the third trade port. I'm going to get my first regiment of Reavers. And then it's going to be war with my neighbors. We need to build up, get a little bit stronger, and get more castles. Also, one thing with the new mod, with more interactive vassals, So it doesn't matter now because we're smaller. But if I was to, say, declare war on the Greyjoys, every single one of his vassals would get to pick whether they stay neutral, join him, or join me. So these big wars, you really need to be careful, because if they're loved, then all of their vassals might join them, and then you're screwed. Picking up the padded swords for a sparring match with my son Sargon, I noticed a tattered journal on a sideboard. From the cover, it seems to contain exercises and best practices pertaining to the martial arts. Sargon glances in my direction. Oh, that thing. I mostly read it for the illustrations. You can borrow it, father. Intriguing. I have increased my martial by 1. Thank you, my son. This book is very interesting. And already, we must prepare for our first war. Our allies, the Harlaws, are fighting the Harlaws. To the impressive Stefarian, I call on you to honor our alliance and join me in the glimmering shore claim on the lordship of Harren Hills. I will have to accept this. I will honor the alliance, otherwise they may not do the same in reverse. So men of the Salt and future men of the House Hoare, I mean. YouTube, don't demonetize me. Let us raise our swords and axes and show the other Ironborn that we are not to be messed with. Donal is actually my best commander, so I'm actually going to keep him in charge. Let's do that. And I'm going to link up with my allies over here and let them guide me. This is going to cost us gold. We're still in the positive at least. But that's a little unfortunate. I didn't change all my counselors' tasks as well. I should do that. My lord, this dreaded child has been lying in wait around corners wearing a stag skin for a costume, only to jump out screaming and scaring the living daylights out of people. Oh, CK3. Okay, CK3, you're gonna have to be punished, lad. I love your spirit, but we need to keep friends. Right, are you guys not going to attack them? What if I lead the charge? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought I was paused. Okay, that went so damn fast because we're in the early game. Let's go down to 3 times speed. Luckily, my allies did come in and assist us, but that was very dangerous. Let's keep it on 3 times speed. And I've just received news that my mother has died of old age. I will miss you, my mother. I will restore our great house. I am heading for my chambers to enjoy some blessed sleep when I hear a faint rustle from a window. Just the wind, I think, until the wind starts to speak. Barbie, open up, my little firebrand. It is I, Bormund. I push the shutters open, and lo and behold, a man has climbed up the Barbie's window. What did you just call my daughter? Also, we've been called to another war. Oh, crap. Okay, these guys do have allies. None of them have men-at-arms, though. Right, we're going to accept. But this is scary stuff here. Right, let's pause. We'll keep it on 3 times speed. Do you know why we move so fast? Because there's a road right here. True. We lost 300, but we killed 200. That's not very good. How did my captains do? We wounded one of theirs. Okay, we got off very, very lucky there. I tell you what. I'm going to attach my army to the Harlaw army here, so that we always work together. And hopefully defeat his enemies. We're 49% war score, which is good. Enemy ally has joined the war. That's not so good. I will not betray my ally, though, and I will stand strong by his side and help him fight back his enemies. We won the war. 200 for 400. That's a little bit better. Donal was wounded, though, in the fighting. Donal is, of course, my champion. That's not so good. So we're winning both wars. Okay. I'm not a fan of that. I'm really not a fan of that. I need to get back and defend my castles. I can't. The AI is just going to sit there. Okay, now I am being punished for helping my allies. And my ally is just going to sit there and let me take the brunt of this. Do I have any artifacts? Oh, I do. Oh, I completely forgot to check my artifacts. I'm not going to sell this. I can't. We start with the crown of Gerald I, the Great Lannister. A crown historically worn by King Gerald I, the Great Lannister of the Westerlands, which was made of gold and red gold marble. It featured highly detailed and accurate golden lions in the position of the Lannister sigil and 4 golden lion heads. According to legend, the forger of the crown used the lions owned by House Lannister under Casterly Rock as a reference when creating the miniature golden replicas. Forged at the height of the Lannisters' Great Golden Age during the reign of King Gerald I the Great Lannister, his popular crown was worn by various kings and even queens of the Westlands, such as King Tyrion III Lannister and Queen Lyanna Lannister in the centuries afterwards. Sadly, its final owner, King Lorien III the Limp Lannister, managed to lose the crown while fighting the Ironborn to a member of House Hoare, and today the crown remains lost somewhere in some forgotten treasury of an Ironborn lord. I love that the flavor text says that it's lost somewhere in some forgotten treasury. Because I didn't know I had it. It was forgotten. I guess I was looking through my great-grandfather's possessions, and I saw a glint at the bottom of the chest. And lo and behold, a great Lannister crown. This gives us martial, stewardship, 5 gold per month, prestige, renown, and Westerlander opinion. If I equip that, does it show? Oh, I can't equip it. Only an independent ruler, their spouse, or heirs may wear this crown. Ah. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. And Lannister have actually laid claim to this crown. Ooh. Oh, the Lannisters might... I mean, they're gonna war the Greyjoys, though, if they're gonna fight me. Right. That would be very useful. I wonder... It does say here... The artifact market. Your steward will bring you a list of all the artifacts available for sale in the world. No, but I want to sell this, possibly. Can I go to Tywin directly and say, hey, Tywin, do you want to buy this artifact? I can sell him this artifact for 36 gold. But it's worth 660. I'm not going to sell it for 30 gold. I'm desperate for men at arms, but not that desperate. Yeah, I'm a little bit unsure what we can do here. It's a bit of a problem. Maybe Forder would be very useful here. We've got rid of our disbanding penalty, but we're going to get absolutely slaughtered. And I don't think I can call on my allies in the war either, because it's not my war. Meanwhile, this fella has absolutely gotten away with it. Right, there's only one thing we can do, and that's siege their lands. We're going to have to siege their lands, and hopefully the AI will help me. I thought I could fight them until the second army arrived. We're in a problematic situation right now. It's fine. What's the fort level here? I don't even have enough soldiers to siege, and the AI is stupid, and it's just sitting there. He's not even helping me siege. Okay, I can take this for 11 months. This is a base game problem, but it can get a little bit annoying sometimes. I will remember this. When they call on me to help them in the future, I will look back to these wars and how they stood there as my lands got siege instead of theirs. Let's go to 4 times speed. We might even better risk 5 times here because we're waiting for stuff to happen. I mean, good news is we just built a small harbor. The bad news is that's not going to give me any men-at-arms. And the bad news is we just lost a siege. And now they're sieging my other territories as well. I don't know what I'm meant to do. With his coming of age, my tuition of Sargon is at an end. So he has become a fortune builder. Let's find him a wife. Maybe we do actually need an alliance with the good brothers. Let's see. My son. Oh, he's got 4 traits. He doesn't like wrathful, patient, or gluttonous. I mean, she's none of those. Let's see. You don't like zealous. He's not zealous. Patient. He's not patient. They're both impatient, actually. And you don't like... that's fine. Vengeful. I'm going to marry them off. Let us send a proposal. House Good Brother, my liege here. We're going to have to ally with him for the time being because I'm in a little bit of a predicament. I don't know if he will help me, though. It's not my war, so I don't think I can call him into this war. Call to war? You must be the war leader to call allies. What are you doing? Oh, now he's helping me. Look, now he's helping me. This guy. I did all the hard work. And now he claims to help. New liege. House Good Brother. Oh, it's like a... Is that a bastard branch? No, it's head of house. Okay, there's so many branches of the Good Brother house. They have 6 houses, look. Crazy. Okay, I mean, we're allied with one of them. We'll see if that becomes good for us. This right now is not good for us. 3 years to siege, though. That is better. And this one's done in 10 days. Siegfried has been oddly quiet for much of the day, so I decided to prudent to go and check up on him. I find him out in the riding grounds with Gwyneth. Siegfried seems less than thrilled to be out there, as though he is being made to be there by his playmate. I wanted to play board games, but Gwyneth said we should ride horses, and that sounded good too. Okay, it becomes fickle, that's fine. Also, I completely forgot to do this. Collect taxes. I like this. I'm going to keep you on the prestige. You're organizing the army right now. They're raised, so I'll keep this. In fact, I think all of this is done. I just forgot to go and train commanders. But right now, with the army's raised, so it doesn't matter. Right, we won a siege, and I did take a prisoner. But we're still losing the war. Let's see. Let's get centralization. Development growth in realm capital plus 0.1 per month. Or defensive measures. Or fort level plus 1. Let's do that. Because that will make this siege take even longer, I think. Yeah, look, it was 2 years, and now it's gone back to 3 years. Okay, so we sieged this. My ally won't help me siege this, though, will he? Oh, no, he's helped 6 years. Wild harvesters have been built, though, and I can train for a tournament. The Call of Steel cannot go unanswered. I shall don my equipment and head to the training grounds for some practice. Let's start the training. And then you turn to the right. Donald yells while dealing a powerful blow to my sword that makes me take a couple of steps back. They won't go gentle on you in the tourney, my lord. If you want to win, you cannot afford to lose, not even to me. Not even once. And we have become well trained for 10 years. This character is trained for the upcoming grand tournament, and will start with a higher progress to victory. Right now, though, we're fighting in the war. 5 years. I think we have to siege it, though, if we want a chance of winning this war. So I'm going to stay here with the AI, and hopefully we can win this siege. To the impressive Stefarian, I have been corresponding with your Chancellor Rymolf, and I must say that I've come to see you in a new light. Ooh. My Chancellor, you are doing very fine work. Also, I love these slow kind of wars as well. I know it's like, I mean, I don't do edited content, so it doesn't matter. I think you guys know by now that I take my time with these playthroughs. But it's nice. It lets me get absorbed, and it builds a story. You know, we're not instantly going for the revival because, I mean, our allies have called us into a long war. This war has already been going on for nearly 2 years. This one 1 month shorter, but 19 months still. You know, it's going to take us 6 years to siege this. You know, maybe that's the only thing this character does, but it's still a very rich part of our playthrough. And I love that. The Lannisport fever has begun spreading. But good news. For my son has blessed me with a granddaughter. Let's pick a good name. Frida. May you grow to be strong and wise. Let's pin her, and we'll sort her education when she comes of age. Sargon, I can unpin you actually now, because we've organized that. How are we doing here? 4 years. It's getting the education completed. Oh, you are abroad for some reason? Okay, because you're of age now. Betrothed can marry. Let's send off the betrothals. Excellent stuff. That's going to secure the alliances and whatnot, and stronger champions and stuff. So how long's left on this? 18 months. The good, if they sail east to fight us, they'll get the disembark penalty. Also, they're losing a lot of numbers to attrition. So are we, though. This is going to be a close war, I feel like it. Hopefully they don't siege Hoare Castle, because my control is going to be absolutely ruined over here now. Wait, I still have 100 control, even though this was siege? Huh? Oh, interesting. That's naturally recovered. Rodmar, a free tenant renting some of my land in Black Blood, has poured in an exceptional harvest this season due to his meticulous planning. He wishes to use some of his profits to purchase a piece of my estate from me, so that he can build upon his success and grow more crops next year. Oh, 26 stewardship. Do you know what? Forget farming. A man like him should be in my court. 100% join my court. And in fact, I may replace Ulf, my brother-in-law. I tell you what, Ulf, you're going to become my admiral. And now, this guy, Rodmar, you're going to become my new steward. You're going to get us so much gold. Also, let's try and find you a good wife. Bioni is beautiful and you're intelligent. I think that's a good match. Let's send a proposal and hopefully he can have many children. And they will have good traits and maybe even marry my children in the future. To the impressive Stefarian, I accept your marriage proposal. Your courtier Rodmar and my acquaintance Bioni will be joined in holy matrimony. May the drowned god grant them long life and many children. Excellent news. I am very happy to hear this. We're actually winning both wars, even though it feels like we are struggling. I didn't manage to sway him. The Maester is neutral towards us now, though, which makes me very happy. And what's this? A hunt and a grand tournament. I'm not going to go to those because we're fighting a war. I would have loved to gone there before, but I can't. Where's this plague to? Okay, it's down here. I don't know why we're getting notifications for that. Typical plague mechanics. Right, 80 gold. That's huge because I didn't see this. What we can do now is get some Reavers. So let's create a unit of those. We're going to have to wait for them to replenish. But we're going to absolutely stomp the AI once they're there. I can't station them because we're at war. I can station them because they're not raised, though. If I can get back to Hoare Castle and raise the men-at-arms, that could be huge. But it means abandoning this. I don't think I should abandon this, though. I think we should finish this siege first. Yeah, we're already halfway through. It would be silly to abandon it now. 3 years left. It's been a long siege, but it's going to be worth it. But guys, I'm going to wrap up the episode there. We are back in the Game of Thrones. I know I said I would wait for dragons, but I've wanted to do this whole playthrough for like a year now. Maybe almost 2 years, actually. No, a year. The Game of Thrones has been out for over a year, not 2 years. That's when I started the channel. It's been a long time coming. If you want the mod list, it's going to be in the description. Remember as well, if you want to name a kid, we're back to the old system. So leave a name for a daughter and a son. Give me the education focuses. And then once I have used that name or one of those names in an episode, feel free to then give me another one. Of course, priority will be given to channel members. But guys, thank you for watching. And as always, I will see you next time.